This happened to me around 15 or 16 years ago, when my beloved grandfather passed away. Back in my culture, the deceased typically undergoes a cremation, and there's an array of elaborate ceremonies performed in their honor. I had never been close to my grandfather while he was alive, and on his passing, I was merely 10 years old, having to stay at an aunt's house as ordered by the family traditions. As the day progressed, I was left with the overwhelming sensation that I was being watched, something that wasn't entirely comforting when I was so young. I could feel a sense of awkwardness and discomfort, as if a presence was observing me from afar while attending my grandfather's somber celebration. To my knowledge, it was the first time I experienced being observed in such a peculiar way. In that vulnerable moment when everything was happening, I managed to escape the cryptic and horrifying feeling by falling asleep. Hours later, woke up all alone in the dimly lit house, with the last flames of the burning tribute still crackling among the wooden structures. A sense of panic washed over me, as if I was trapped in a constant state of fear and anxiety. Horrifyingly, my sleepwalking experiences had never felt so terrifying. After catching my breath along the tree-lined cemetery edge, I began to hear distant howling sounds that seemed to originate from the shadows beyond the trees. It's significant to mention that it was during this nightfall that I sensed a sense of being watched, a creepy feeling that haunted me every time I walked or ran afterward. It was during this time that I had a vivid realization of death, something I had always been cautious about, but never personally experienced until that fateful night. Ultimately, this life-altering event left me with a knees that never left me, shaping my perspective towards the end of grandfather's life. I was living with my parents after college for a few months. Back in 2011, they had a really creepy basement with 2 bedrooms down there. I was living in one of the rooms, long basement with laundry and storage room, and a long living room. One day I was walking to the stairs and a penny flew out of the storage room into the living room right in front of me, about 3 feet off of the ground. It did a big circle on the floor, then stopped. I immediately thought someone was messing with me, but I went in the room it flew out of, and there was no one there. I was actually alone at the house. It made absolutely no sense to me. From the trajectory it flew in front of me, there is no way I could have kicked the penny on accident. My uncle had just died of cancer a few weeks prior. Maybe he was messing with me from the other side.